Human, creation of universal mind and energy. Informational creation. Look at the people around you, at couples of men and women, including families. How much diverse energy and information they often send and show to each other, even in the presence of others. Imagine what happens between them in all areas of their relationships when they are alone. They either live happily ever after, torment each other, or part ways without fully understanding all the reasons why it happened. Love is the immense work of the soul. But love is also knowledge. Including knowledge in the area of energy exchange between man and woman through chakras, the primary energy channels of a person. Man and woman, communicating vessels. Any couple is a set of communicating vessels. Between them, there is a constant invisible energy exchange on all levels. By giving each other different types of energy through different chakras, forming the right energy exchange, a man and a woman create a strong family union capable of preserving love and achieving goodness in all areas of life. When a man and a woman create a union based on love, they unite their energy fields. A common energy structure is created in which the potential of each is enhanced. To maintain the stability of this system and harmony in relationships, it is necessary for a man and a woman to correctly give and receive energy through the corresponding chakras. It's not just the energy that is transferred, but what is created thanks to it. Note that energy rises through the chakras from the Muladhara to the Sahasrara. Muladhara, survival, security, offspring. Let's start examining the energy exchange between men and women through chakras from the lowest chakra, Muladhara. Through this chakra, a man gives energy, a woman receives it. He provides her and the children with protection and security, a minimum standard of living. He controls the living area and the environment around her. He protects and shields the woman from all adverse external factors. Primarily from hard work, from the external oppressive environment in society, bad weather. He creates living space, buys or rents accommodation, does repairs to housing and household items. Pays utility bills, if necessary, deals with utility services. Unlike ancient times, a man no longer needs to procure food, but he must maintain this skill at a high level. If a child misbehaves at school, the man goes to investigate the situation. Interestingly, even the front door, especially to unfamiliar people, is opened by the man. Who knows what gift the outside world has prepared with this call? The Muladhara of a man is always filled with enough energy to fulfill his tasks related to this chakra in providing security for his partner. The Muladhara of a woman has only a minimal amount of energy intended solely for survival. Nature itself indicates that through this chakra, a man gives energy, and a woman receives it. The sexual organs are located in this area. Sexual potency is also associated with Muladhara. A man shows sexual activity, and his partner responds to his desires. A man's seed ensures the birth of offspring. Living with a man who does not give energy through this chakra to a woman due to her lack or excess is very difficult. Accumulated energy seeks an outlet and finds it in jealousy, aggression, extramarital sexual contacts, alcohol. If the process of correct energy delivery is not restored, a chakra blockage occurs. The man loses physical strength, and in the future, he faces potency problems. Infertility and early impotence are possible. In such situations, a woman, to save the family, begins to activate her Muladhara, taking care of safety and survival. As a result, the family survives but often teeters on the brink of collapse because living with such a man is very difficult. And the woman acquires masculine traits and habits. All this worsens her health and contributes even more to the family's disintegration. Often, due to family or even genetic programs, women do not know how to accept care and protection from a man. They believe it is better to do everything themselves than to trust a man. As a result, this chakra either closes in men, or they begin to take care of and give this energy to someone else. The possible result is described above. Swadhisthana, joy of life. Through Swadhisthana, a woman gives energy, and a man receives it. She teaches the man to enjoy all manifestations of life. Mostly, men limit themselves in their daily lives to the most essential things. They work for the sake of the family, and home is a place of rest for new achievements. The woman makes this break comfortable for her husband. She creates a space of love, coziness at home, cooks delicious food, and decorates with her beauty. A celebration, birthday, anniversary, organized with true feminine taste can be a splendid rest for a man. Often women object to this, considering these duties as servant work unjust. But, as you will see later, everything is fair. Women have 3 active chakras through which they give energy, men have 3 others. And one chakra, Sahasrara, works the same for both men and women. Roles are evenly distributed. An interesting detail, the Swadhisthana chakra projects onto her in this place as a convex belly. If a man does not receive enough energy through Swadhisthana from a woman, he cannot fulfill himself through the upper chakras. He will not unfold in society, achieve his goals, make a career, or gain authority and respect. Accordingly, the family's standard of living will be low. A man cannot satisfy a woman's need for beautiful fashionable clothes, buy an expensive ring, and so on. Sometimes a woman does not have a deep desire to give energy to a man through Swadhisthana. She does not realize the importance of energy exchange between a man and a woman through chakras. And she does not want to deal with this issue. This happens when a woman's Swadhisthana is not opened, femininity is weakly expressed. Another case, a woman's Swadhisthana is open. But she, paraphrasing a well-known poem, stopped too many horses at a gallop, meaning she gave more energy than necessary to work, so she has no strength to give energy to her man. As a result, he cannot even stop toy horses, not to mention real ones. Accumulated excess energy in Swadhisthana turns her into the Snow Queen, a woman with frozen feelings, mood swings. This leads to gynecological problems, infertility. Sometimes there may be a tendency to promiscuous sexual relations. The man, not receiving enough energy for his achievements through other chakras, figuratively becomes like Baron Munchausen, pulling himself out of the water by his hair. That is, he has to exert all his strength to realize himself in society. Besides, sooner or later, he will find nourishment on the side. If a woman does not have a partner and does not give sexual energy primarily to anyone, she needs to raise the energy of her Swadhisthana to higher chakras and give it through them, read on in the article. Then health is preserved, and success comes in society. But it is still necessary to strive to find a partner to restore the initial harmony through this chakra. Vedic knowledge states that a man enjoys through a woman. And this applies not only and not so much to sexual relationships but to the whole world of love, comfort, and coziness that a woman creates. The world she creates must be so beautiful and harmonious that the man strives there, feels good, and continues to conquer the world for the sake of his beloved and family. Let's look more closely at the aspect of sexual relations. Through them, most of the energy is transmitted through Swadhisthana. In these relationships, there is love, romance, and boundless respect, not the technique that fills movies, books, and internet pages. If people have deep and lofty feelings for each other, the technique will find itself. Intimate relationships should not only give joy to each other but also encourage people to love each other more in all respects. It is essential to do everything so that the partner understands that they are fully accepted, soul and body. Energy exchange between a man and a woman through Swadhisthana also occurs when they are physically close to each other, sleep together, touch each other, perform tasks or rest together. Even just being together in the same apartment is important. It is essential to understand the value of this time spent together, to elevate it. At the same time, do everything not to get bored with your partner. Manipura. Energy is given by the man. However, he can give the optimal amount of energy only when he receives enough energy from the woman through Swadhisthana. Good Manipura function in a man leads to further disclosure of energy exchange between a man and a woman through chakras. A man gains inner harmony, becomes balanced, disciplined, strong-willed, purposeful, emotionally balanced, and resolute. He unfolds his inner strength and realizes himself in society, advancing up the career ladder, gaining authority and respect. He no longer just meets the basic needs of his partner and family for survival and safety but makes the family prosperous. Thus, energetically, a man responds to this energy given to him by the woman. The Manipura chakra is projected onto a man in this place as a convex belly. This is not a random coincidence, Eastern wisdom states that a man's wealth and generosity are determined by the size of his belly. If a man does not give energy through manipura, he becomes greedy, cruel, vindictive. After such a blockage of energy through this chakra, diseases of the gastrointestinal tract may develop. Another imbalance in a man's manipura is a lack of energy through this chakra. Then a man lacks goals, cannot take responsibility for himself. He lacks qualities that correspond to an open manipura. As a result, there is no realization in society, no high social status, no financial well-being. If a woman opens her manipura like a man, she becomes career-oriented, authoritative, striving to control everything and everyone. Often such women do not have a partner or marry weak men, popularly called henpecked. When a man and a woman enter into a joint life, they are formed as individuals with already formed views on life. Each of them has their own rules and understanding of life, relationships, and daily life. Starting to live together, they begin to notice that everything is different for their partner. If partners accept each other's understanding of life, adapt to each other in various aspects of existence, they form harmonious energy exchange through this chakra. As we have already mentioned, manipura is active in men and passive in women. Giving, by men, receiving, by women. Sometimes a woman cannot take the money that a man gives her. Or she is embarrassed to ask for money to buy something for herself. After all, a woman is not afraid to take money from a man, but the energy that a man invested in earning this money and giving it to the woman. Further, two options are possible. The first option, he simply stops giving her money. The second option, a man starts earning less. A man is essentially an ascetic, and he needs little for his life. If a woman asks for nothing, why bother? In some such cases, a man stops working altogether and becomes a kept man, a man living off a woman. Or he finds a woman who inspires him to act with her desires. There may be a case where a woman's earnings are much greater than a man's. She begins to set herself a new main goal, to provide for the family. Taking the lead in this matter, she leaves the man only the opportunity to accept, becoming a domestic henpecked. Emancipation and independence of women have led to women switching on their manipura for giving, not for receiving. They succeed in society, build careers, and achieve financial independence. Such results can be assessed differently. If a woman wants to become like a man, prove that she can achieve the same and be independent of him, let her go this way. If a woman dreams of revealing her nature, satisfying her feminine needs, and being happy, she has a different path. Achievement in society is a man's path. Family realization is a woman's path. If a woman is realized in the family, providing a reliable rear for the man, then she can work, but only for pleasure. This is, of course, the ideal option nowadays, but it is necessary to strive for it, even with small steps every day. Nature itself created this land, the people living on it. Nature has its laws. According to these laws, a woman's manipura works for acceptance, she is passive. Forcing her to open like a man for happiness will not bring her happiness. Wise men of the past understood this well. Their teachings, including Vedic knowledge, provide a clear answer to this question. A woman's realization in society occurs through a man's realization. When a man wins, so does his woman. A woman's success is determined by the success of her man. Family is akin to an enterprise. Its success is determined by the work of both the director and the chief accountant. By the way, directors are often men, and chief accountants are women. Another comparison, family is like a country at war. A man is the front, a woman is the rear. The front without the rear will never win. And the great victory during the Great Patriotic War, which, unfortunately, modern generations know little about, was the victory of both men fighting on the front lines and women working in the rear, providing everything to the front, emphasizing everything necessary. Anahata. The energy exchange between a man and a woman through the chakras is very important to consider in detail regarding anahata. Through anahata, the energy output occurs from the woman, provided that she receives from the man everything he does within the framework of energy transmission through manipura. The spring of love energy in anahata for a woman always flows abundantly. The peculiarity of working with anahata for a woman lies in the fact that the higher the output of love energy by the woman, the more intensively this energy comes to her from the Almighty. In addition to this, the universe presents her with pleasant surprises. A woman must give out her love energy not only to her partner but also to the surrounding space, to the whole world. Only a woman can save life on planet Earth with her energy of love. Caressing a man even with a glance, smiling, speaking gentle and warm words, sympathizing, helping a man mentally and practically. Through all these actions, a woman transmits her energy of love to him. The charge of a woman's love energy is transferred to any object she touches, having love in her heart. A man receives this energy from a woman through lovingly prepared food, laundered clothes, a gift, or just a pleasant surprise. If the husband is far away, then a woman can mentally transfer this energy even to another planet. A woman's love energy begins to open the heart center of a man. He becomes compassionate, begins to empathize and show compassion. As a result, love blossoms in his heart, and he becomes romantic. And when a man loves with his heart, he is not subject to instincts and cannot betray his partner. A woman who does not know how or does not want to give love becomes resentful, intolerant, unable to express her feelings. As a result, loneliness. In such a situation, a man, not receiving energy through anahata from a woman, feels unhappy, lonely, and unneeded. There is no strength to have any goals. There are no incentives for growth. Love is the joy of life. Proper energy exchange through anahata is the ability to rejoice together. It is accepting the joy of another person. If she enjoys watching melodramas, then he should try to understand such films and rejoice too. If a man loves football, then a woman should feel joy from a football match together with him. Day by day, a man and a woman teach each other to rejoice in different aspects of their interests, their shared existence. The more of these aspects and the deeper the understanding of each other's interests, the stronger the energy exchange through anahata. The energy exchange between a man and a woman through the chakras greatly influences the weather in the home, that is, relationships within the family, with the husband, children, and relatives, established by the woman thanks to her energy of love. She is also the Minister of Foreign Affairs, a skilled diplomat, and is responsible for the absence of conflicts and their resolution. For example, if a man expresses negative emotions, then a woman cannot leave him for her room or to a friend. This can be equated to a situation where a man, upon seeing hooligans, left the woman and ran away. A man who opens his anahata like a woman ceases to be attractive as a man, loses respect from the woman. Why does this happen? By giving energy through anahata, a man forces a woman to accept it through this chakra. As a result, she stops loving him because the most important thing for a woman is to give love through this chakra. Yes, a man should be loving, sensitive, attentive, romantic. But to lead, to significantly expand in these matters, should primarily be the woman's role. A man mostly responds to a woman's energy of love. And in turn, gives energy through other chakras. Often, both upbringing and mass media promote the idea that a woman should be just a beautiful picture, bathing in romantic courtship and various manifestations of a man's love. And she shouldn't show any special love, not radiate energy through anahata, but save it. If a woman demands excessive displays of feelings and great romance from a man, especially in the courtship stage, then she may join her destiny with a man whose masculine principle is not sufficiently expressed. Vishuddha. The energy through Vishuddha is given by the man. Nature even gave a hint as to why he should do this. Men have an Adam's apple, women do not. Inspired, filled with a woman's love energy, a man opens his throat chakra, his creative essence awakens. The most important task of a man in life is to realize himself in society, achieve a high position, leave a memory of himself. If the energy exchange between a man and a woman through the first four chakras occurs correctly, then he will have enough energy for realization on the Vishuddha level. This means that he will make a discovery, become an outstanding person in some field, perform a feat, save the world. Or simply become a master of his craft. And all this he does for his beloved woman. The woman accepts his achievements and inspires him for new accomplishments. Her sincere love will allow the man to realize his full potential, not just go to work and receive a salary. The man expects the woman to support him and follow him on his path. With an open Vishuddha, a man himself establishes external family connections through his environment. It's great if the family's friends are the husband's friends. That is, it is not the woman who introduces the man to her circle of friends, but the man who introduces her to his environment and builds relationships between families. The man will also build harmonious relationships with the woman, freeing her from the need to spend energy on this issue. The energy freed up by the woman can be directed towards developing her creative essence. Through this center, the man's energy is transferred to the woman. He admires her, compliments her, hugs her, speaks tender words, gives massages. If a man does not perform such actions, the woman begins to look for signs of attention elsewhere. When a man does not perceive something in a woman, he should not notice this, but find something to compliment and praise. A woman is a whole universe. The task of family creativity for a man is to find a million qualities and characteristics of his woman that he can compliment, express admiration for. And this must come sincerely from the heart and soul of the man. The energy of admiration transmitted by the man helps the woman to blossom like the most beautiful flower in the world. The woman's task is to joyfully accept this energy from the man and, as we discussed earlier, inspire him to compose works, make discoveries, save the world. The transmission of information from all chakras to the universe, and therefore to each other, goes through Vishuddha. Emotions and feelings are also given to the universe through this chakra. However, people often talk about everyday topics such as work or weekend plans but say little about their feelings to each other, do not communicate with their souls. Therefore, they know little about each other. People are honest with each other when they communicate soul to soul. This forms a complete understanding and acceptance of each other, strengthens relationships. The energy exchange between a man and a woman through the chakras from Muladhara to Vishuddha is even more intensified. If a man's Vishuddha is disrupted, if it is not open, then he is unsure of himself, unable to express his own opinion. Such a man lacks creative self-realization. An open Vishuddha according to the male principle for a woman leads to her focusing on self-realization in society. For her, a husband, family, children practically mean nothing. Such a woman can only listen and hear herself. And, of course, she cannot follow her partner. Men around her feel uncomfortable. Sometimes there are two types of men. Some are creative, romantic, emotional, but lack masculinity. Others have plenty of courage but lack romance and emotional expressions. This is all due to the absence of simultaneous opening of all three odd chakras. Romantics have opened the fifth chakra, Vishuddha, but have not opened the first and possibly the third. And brutal ones have opened the first and third but haven't reached Vishuddha. Ajna. When the first five chakras function well and a couple harmoniously exchanges energy, the higher chakras open up. The first of these is Ajna, also known as the third eye. Ajna is considered a feminine chakra. Energy is given by the woman. Indeed, intuition and clairvoyance are much more developed in women. There are also extrasensory, feminine abilities, through visions and emotions. Thanks to her intuition, she better senses negative energy, deceit, falsehood, insincerity, danger. The task of a woman who has opened and shares energy with a man through this chakra is to warn and protect the man from dangers, mistakes, and rash actions. She is the main assistant in providing him with information about the hidden aspects of the male mind, its logic and analysis. The task of a man who has fully opened his chakras is to accept information from the woman not just for information's sake, but as guidance in his actions. Now the deep meaning of the well-known expression becomes clear, that the man is the head, and the woman is the neck. There is no female manipulation or decision-making on behalf of the man. She simply provides the man with intuitively received information and hints so that he can make the right decision. The combination of the man's logic and the woman's intuition further strengthens the energy exchange between the man and the woman through the chakras, forming strong and harmonious relationships. Ajna in a man works in his relationship with his beloved woman. A kind of telepathic connection at the subconscious level is formed between him and the woman. They always know where the other half is, their state, and needs. In fact, this is communication at the soul level. But such a connection can only be formed when the first five chakras are worked on and opened correctly. Opening Vishuddha properly is also very important. If ajna is activated in a man in a feminine way, then intuition and extrasensory abilities begin to unfold as they do in a woman, through visions and emotions. The man drifts away from reality, daydreams, loses decisiveness, willpower, and the ability to make the right decisions. When ajna is closed in a woman, she stops feeling deeply for her loved ones and also fails to perceive danger threatening her husband and children. Her attitude towards spirituality becomes negative. Materialistic perception of the world, logic, and rationalism prevail. Sahasrara. This is our connection with the higher mind and the energy of the cosmos. It is responsible for a person's spirituality. Through Sahasrara, a man learns, reads, reflects on eternity, unfolds his spirituality, and helps the woman to do the same. It forms spiritual values and aspects of spiritual relationships with each other and within the family, transmitting cosmic energy to the woman passing through Sahasrara. Cosmic energy represents the aspirations of the couple in developing their souls, relationships, and material sphere. When energy exchange between a man and a woman is harmonious across all 6 chakras, they are filled with higher energies of love and happiness. In this case, Sahasrara also opens up. A man and a woman begin to feel themselves primarily as souls, particles of the Creator. An open Sahasrara captures abundance energy from the cosmos, love, happiness, prosperity, health, nourishing the other chakras. The couple begins to live according to the laws of the universe, all their benevolent aspirations are fulfilled. Life is filled with harmony and meaning. Unity through Sahasrara provides a deep spiritual connection, especially when a man and a woman have a similar understanding of the spiritual aspects of existence, develop spiritually together, and study spiritual knowledge. Spiritual unity helps overcome or ignore imbalances in the lower chakras and allows them to be a happy couple. Unfortunately, such spiritual unity is rare nowadays. If Sahasrara is not opened, the highest joy from relationships will not be achieved because the couple will not fully understand the divine understanding of the world, themselves, their other half, and their relationships. Sahasrara works similarly in men and women. After all, first and foremost, we are souls. And the soul has no gender. Any soul requires development and union with the Creator regardless of gender. Simply by being born in a male or female body, we more clearly receive the role that we must fulfill in this incarnation. Moreover, nowadays the connection of a large part of men with the cosmos is disrupted. Sahasrara is not open. They are not interested in the values of the soul. Often, they become fixated only on the material aspects of existence. Moreover, men often become highly susceptible to harmful habits. In these conditions, Sahasrara opens in women. Imbalances and distortions most often occur in the first 4 chakras, Muladhara, Svadhisthana, Manipura, and Anahata. It is the correct and full energy exchange between a man and a woman through these 4 chakras that creates the foundation for harmony in Ajna, Vishuddha, and Sahasrara. Main idea. It's crucial to understand that man is directly connected to the Creator, while woman is connected to the earth. We receive the Creator's energy from men, and they receive Earth's energy from us, grounding themselves. In life, this manifests, for example, as a wife supporting her husband with acceptance, love, respect, and reverence. A man thus achieves various goods in life and confidently leads his family forward. Here, love takes on a more material spectrum, dividing into passion and love between couples until the end of their days, when they pass away on the same day. When energy exchange channels are so firmly established between people, they live, firstly, long and happily, and secondly, never get bored with each other. Passion is fleeting and is meant to attract people to each other. Its main task is to show people what love for another person is like. The lesson of passion is for people to understand that the ego can play a cruel trick by turning passion into need or dependency, thus exposing flaws. Trust yourself, listen to your heart, and move forward with confidence and tranquility. Like and share this video with friends if you found it helpful. Until we meet again on my channel, where we'll continue exploring the mysteries of spiritual development and growth. Farewell, and may light and wisdom always accompany you on your journey.